Hello coders, this Excel tutorial is particularly based on how to find out the electricity bill, monthly electricity bill. So the rate which is being shown in front of you is taken from the internet, and it is the rate of CESC, which says that you have to pay for the first 25 units 5.18 rupees, and for the next 35 5.69, and so on. Now I have created a column. This is a static column in which I have written these values, first 25, next 35. So I have written 25, 35, and all those units. And in this I have made an iterative, means so the person will, whatever billing amount of his is, I mean whatever billing amount of the person is holding, he has to pay for the first 25 unit. After that, if it exceeds 25 units, means that 25 plus another 35, so you have to pay for 60, means 25 plus 35 means 60. Then if is unit exceeds 60 unit, then again 35 will be added up with 40. So this is the unit, I mean this is the iterative calculation in which I have done is that the formula is equal to C4. So C4 is 25, and that's a static data. I have written only equal to C4, and in the next cell what I have did is that I have added up equal to D4 with C5, this one. So this cell will be 60 plus 40. In this way the iterative unit has been made. Now let's discuss upon the formula. We need to find out the minimum. Now imagine that this person has scored, the person has a meter unit of 23 units. So we will be subtracting 223 with 25, that is this one. Now we will be finding out the minimum value. If that minimum value, I mean minimum value means that if that amount is greater than 25, then we will be moving on to the next slab. So we will be finding out the minimum value. So the minimum value is 25. What we will be doing is that we will be making a multiplication, that if E4, this particular cell, is greater than 0, then the billing amount will be E4 into B4, which is the rate. So this is the first slab, 25. 223 is minus 25, it is greater than 25. So he is moving into the next slab. Now 223 minus D4 means 60. Why not 25? He has already paid for 25 units. So now he has to pay for 25 plus 35 means 60 units. In this way, in the third iteration, what he will be paying is for, he has already paid for 25 units and another for 35 units. Still his metered unit is 223. So he will be now paying for 25 plus 35 plus 40. So if 100 minus this 223 is greater than C6, I mean this 40, if it is, I mean whichever one is the less one, so 40 units, another 40. So 40 is also not falling into his account. He has to move on to the next slab. So let me repeat it again. So E1 minus D5 basically means that E1 is 223 and D5 is 100. So the answer is 123. So he has already paid for 100 units and still he needs to pay for another 123 units. So this 123 units, for the next slab he needs to pay 40 into 66.70 paisa, and for the next 123 unit what he needs to pay, he has already paid for 25 units, then added it up with 60 or 25 plus 35, then 40, then 50. Now he has to pay for 150. So 223 minus 150, whatever the value is, if it is whatever the minimum, I mean we need to tally it with the minimum 50. So if it is still not in this particular slab, then he will be moving into the next slab, which is 73. So 300 minus 23 means that 300 minus 223. So now he has to pay for, so he has already, in this particular here, he has already paid for, first he paid for 25 units. So that's 25. In the second iteration, he paid for 25 plus 35. So in the row 2, the counting is from the 1. So if this is 73, that means that the counting would be up to this section, this 3 1. So he has paid for 150 units. So So what is the amount which is left? So 153 minus 293 means 73. Now 73 is less than 150. So he doesn't need to move on to the next slab 250. So he will be paying the bill for this 73 unit, which is 73 multiplied by 7.62, which is 556.26. So I know this is pretty, hard to understand, but let me again try to clear it out from the scratch. So here are the units, the rate, and these are the rate for the meter unit. That for first 25 he needs to pay 5.18. So we have made an iterative calculation. So 25, then 25 added up with 35, then 25, 35 plus 40, then 25, 35, 40 plus 50. So this is a iterative calculation. The person is paying for the first 25 units. So 25 minus 223. Whatever it is less, if it is less than 25 units, that means that he needs to pay for the 25 units. Again, this time he won't be paying for the 25 units. E1 minus, 223 minus 25. That won't be the scenario because he has already paid for 25 units. So the next slab is 25 plus 35. These two being added up and then subtracted from 223. If it is less than 35, then he is in the second slab, but if it is not the scenario, then he will be moving on to the next slab. Now 25 plus 35 plus 40, these are the three slabs which he has paid for. If it is being subtracted from 223 and if it is less than 40, so it is in the third slab. So that's how I have calculated this particular Excel sheet formula on how to find out the electricity bill. Let me press Control tilde. Tilde is the escape switch, escape key. Below tilde is the escape key. Below the escape key, it is a curly kind of switch. Control tilde to reveal all the formula. So before ending the video, let me show you what I did. So this is the formula. So hope I am being able to clear out the way So this is minimum. We are finding out the minimum value. This is a slab, C4 slab. So C4 is 25. If it is 25, then 35, and D3 means E1 minus D3. So because the first slab is 25, so the first slab is 25, so nothing will be subtracted from the first value. For this reason, I have taken this blank cell. After that, we have taken the second cell D4, that is 223 minus 25 units. So he has already paid for 25 units. So in the second slab, he doesn't need to pay for the 25 unit. So E1 minus 25 unit. After then, an iterative calculation means 223 minus 25 unit added up with 35. So that's how it is working. And here is a formula. If this particular cell, E4, where the amount, the amount is being calculated, if it is greater than 0, then you need to multiply E4 with the B4, that is the price per unit. And here is the formula, that is if E10 is greater than, so where is the sum? The sum is something like this. I did a summation like in this form, in this way. I have taken the whole range, and if sum is F4, F10, and this is not nil. This is a not operator. These two this is two angular braces means not. And before ending the video also I will be telling it out. So 223 means 1525. Let me give it a cell color so that it is easily recognizable. So let me move into Chrome and give some another value. Let me reset it. And this is a CESC online calculator. So what about 223? What about 193? Let's see whether the value is matching or not. Let's submit. It's 1296. It's 1296 for 193. Okay, so 1296, 193. See, 1296. The answer is coming properly. Let's take another value. Let's reset this calculator and take in this amount. So maybe 223, maybe 287. Submit. It's 2013. So 287 2013. So hope I am being able to clear it out to you guys. This is a pretty, the concept behind this particular Excel tutorial is pretty, tough one. Hope I am being able to clear it to you guys. Practice it on your own. Skip back and forth, watch the video 2 to 3 times, and let me know if you will be able to understand the concept. I mean, the way I tried to explain it to you guys. And if you like my way of teaching methodology, do subscribe and drop some comments to let me know and boost my motivation. Thank you all guys, and happy coding.